Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
We don't care what the people them say.
Hare Krishna,
We don't care what the
Hare
people them do.
Krishna,
'Cause
Krishna
it's nice to
Krishna,
know
Hare
I have a friend
Hare,
like
Hare
you.
Rama, Hare
We
Rama,
don't care what
Hare
the people them
Krishna,
say.
Hare Krishna,
We don't care what
Krishna
the people them
Krishna,
do.
Hare
Oh,
Hare,
so nice to
Hare
know
Rama,
that you will see me through.
Rama, Hare Hare,
You're the supreme personality, all name or fame or beauty. Got to face up to reality. Chant your holy name offenselessly, and we will feel great ecstasy. You're the supreme personality, all name or fame or beauty. Got to face up to reality. Chant your holy names offenselessly, and we will feel great ecstasy.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare.
Welcome, welcome everybody. Thanks for
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Purchase
Rama
your
Rama,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare. All right. Krishna Gauranga Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga, Gaurachandra Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gaurachandra Nityananda, Gaurachandra Nityananda, Gaurachandra Nityananda, 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 Krishna Radha, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Radha Radha Radha, Krishna Hari Hari, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Gauranga Nityananda. Haribo, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari Krishna. Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Gauranga. Krishna Gauranga. Krishna Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gora Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gora Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Gora Krishna Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Gora Chadra Gora Chadra Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Woo! Radha! Radha, 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 Radhi, Radha, Rani, Radha, Rani, Radha, Rani, Radha, Rani, Radha, Radha, Radha. Yeah! Radha! Krishna! Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Radha, Radha, Krishna. Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna, Gora Krishna. Gora Krishna, 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 Gora Krishna. Gora Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, I got the sun. I have to do something about the sun here. Be right back here. Yeah, there's no video. So I gotta move things around here a little bit. Okay. Krishna, Krishna. What am I going to do? Okay. Try this here. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Oops. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Be right back, everybody. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Lord, Krishna, Krishna, Lord, Krishna, Lord, Krishna, Lord, Krishna. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Yeah. I did something about the sun. It worked too. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. See here. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Canto Sixth. Yeah, the chapter is called Prescribed Duties for Mankind. This is here. Yeah, prescribed duties for mankind. There's a lot in that, just thing. Prescribed duties is like there's two levels of bhakti yoga, two levels of this path. One is called Vaidhi Bhakti and the other is Raganuga. I know we've talked about this so many times, but it's always it's an eternal subject. It's a fascinating subject. It's important subject. It's important. When I came to Krishna consciousness, nobody told me there are two types of bhakti. Yeah. No. This is what we're doing. This is what everybody does. This is what devotees do. And it was all Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi means, prescribed duties for mankind. See? Even that is two levels. Prescribe everybody. Hey, you got to follow the rules and regulations of the prescribed duties for mankind. See? And so rules regulate religion. See, religious principles. Rules, regulate ceremonies. You kind of go through the motions. You practice being a devotee. You practice that. Yeah. And then that's the level. And then there's the level that we're teaching. This is very important. Everybody here must pay attention to this. Just like when Prabhupada says, and he says, you must do this. You must follow these rules and these regulations. See? The Vaidhi Bhaktas tell us also, you must do these things. You must strictly follow these rules and regulations. You must. You have to. Oh, there's another level too. You must follow these rules taught here because they were taught by Lord Chaitanya. If you don't do that, you're going to fall down. You'll fall away. Maya will take you, or you'll go back to the Vaidhi path, and you must do what Mahavirya and Meena does and my ex-wife do. You must follow these fastings and these faith in that path, in that level. You must do that. Otherwise, you must follow the teachings here if you want the eternal path. You must do these things here. Sounds pretty harsh, huh? But I got good news for you. These things become natural and spontaneous very easily. Yeah, you must hear and chant in association with devotees if you have them, or otherwise you should be alone and hearing and chanting. So right now we're very fortunate to have real devotees who have real devotion here. Otherwise you should be alone and chant, because Vaidhi Bhaktas, all they can do is hinder you in your service because they have no faith in ecstasy. They have no faith in Ananda, real Ananda. They get jealous or they get misunderstand and all that. How can that add anything to you? That's an instruction, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Until you find real devotees with real devotion, stay alone and do your bhajan if you're advanced in devotion, and you see differently than the Vaidhi Bhaktas see. They can't add anything to you, but you can add to them. Yeah, see, so you must, that's why the Lord says, when you hear these pastimes on the higher level, the Raganuga path, this next level of worship of God, in spirit, with the spirit of devotion and bhakti awakening spontaneously. See? And then you must continue hearing and chanting if they're in a society of devotees, like-minded devotees, who like the real nature of the Lord. The Vaidhi Bhaktas don't know what the real nature of the Lord is. They don't like it, because you got to get purified to like it. You got to acquire a taste for it. See, that's why you got to handle the process of purification. Otherwise, you can't make it to this level. Yeah, that's why you got, see, Johan. No, I don't want to give up my speculation. No. I like this idea that I'm equal to you and better, that my ideas are on the same level as you. See, my understanding is the same level and better than yours, actually, now. So it comes down to be better than God. That's why we're here in the world. We want to be better than God. See, and speculation, see, is your God. See, speculation, as well as everything in this world, wants to be better than the God, the true God. Isn't that what Lucifer, they talk about the devil as a competition with God. He wants to be God here, right? He doesn't want that Lord to be here. I do. I want the Lord who is not a speculator, man. The Lord as it is. I want his glory here in this world. I want his desire, which is the desire starting with Jesus. The Father wants us to worship in spirit and truth. And then Lord Chaitanya said, yeah, this Vaidhi Bhakti doesn't control me. I'm not even very interested in it. It's not much. I have millions of people worshiping me like that, but they don't know me. I want more intimacy. Then that overwhelms me as well as my devotee. He's happy. I'm happy. We're happy together. This is the desire of Lord Chaitanya. See, in the Vaidhi path, they don't like that. They don't like that intimacy. They don't understand it. They only understand the path of you must follow rules. You must follow regulations. You must, and the thing is, part of the rules and regulations is hearing and chanting, the 9 processes of devotional service. But they don't necessarily like that either, but they must do it. They do it, in name, usually only, mostly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, I did my rounds. Let's move on. Where's the prasadam? So yeah. So on this level, we must continue this. So everybody needs to know this. Otherwise, you come here, you get a little awakening, and then you think, okay, that's enough for me. I don't need any purification. I'm just going to go back into the world. I feel a little free now. I feel a little free. I don't need to do anything. No, no, no. No, no, you must. It would be see, Lord Chaitanya said, when you hear the pastimes, these esoteric, intimate pastimes and truths about what God really is and his relationships with his intimate devotees really are. See, you must continue this, otherwise it's an abandonment of duty. See, yeah, for a self-realized soul, there's no duty. But there is, if you want to be a real Vaishnava, the duty is to make the Lord happy. The Lord you make him the happiest. See, the happiness is to be in a society of devotees that he's given himself. You got people here, devotees here, the Lord has actually given himself to. See, that's why you may feel sometimes a little adverse, or you're going through purification, right? Yeah, because it's a very pure vibration. The Lord's given himself to devotees here, and he's not waiting for you to be perfect, like even Bhagavatam verses says, hey, Narada Muni, I'm sorry I can't see you for your whole life. You go and you just chant Hare Krishna with with very little ruchi, and then because for the wetness is when the Lord appears in the heart, man, the tears come to the eyes. Now you got something. See, something tangible. But Narada Muni couldn't get that till the end of his life. The Lord says, hey, well, until you renounce the world, and see, that's the path Narayan Raj was teaching, and the Radhakund Babaji. Until you're perfect in your renunciation of the world and your no material desires and everything, I hardly appear to such persons. But nobody knows Lord Chaitanya. See, they read the Bhagavatam, but they don't believe in the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. We're here to preach about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He doesn't wait for you to be renounced in the world before he appears in your heart. All you need to do is follow the new message, man, the New Testament for Vaishnavism. All you have to do is it's always there in the scriptures, always been there. Who can reach into those scriptures and pull out the rabbit out of the hat? The magician. It's like a magic thing. Who can pull out that truth that it's always been there for 550 years? They knew it back then. Sarvabhauma used to preach. He said, man, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is so powerful. Even if the Lord refuses to give it, the mercy itself gives it. Mercy is like conscious. It just reaches out to people and gives that mercy. That's the glory of the Lord. You don't have to do what Narada Muni did. Wait your whole life before another experience of God appearing in your heart. Anybody that's advanced here in devotion knows what the heck I'm talking about. Practically every day the Lord is appearing in your heart, if not multiple times. And tears are coming to your eyes, and it's putting out the fire of material existence so fast that not only Bhav is awakening in devotees here, prema. This is why these devotees shit their pants. They can't believe there's real bhakti here, but there is. It's according to the scriptures. It's all there, man. Everything going on here, the extreme, extraordinary mercy of Lord Chaitanya is manifest right before your eyes. And yeah, I got to yell from the house. I kind of follow the orders of Jesus even, man. Standing on the roof and shout it from the rooftops. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is in force. That glory of the Lord is back here in force. Everybody surrender and bow down to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Man, get that ecstasy. Get those tears. Don't be like a Narada Muni even. And you'll never even be like him. You won't get those tears at the end of your life. The Vaidhi Bhakti is only to get you to develop a desire for the Lord. When he sees you, you really desire the Lord, you realize that there's faults in Vaidhi Bhakti. It doesn't work very well. It can't. It's still a material mode of goodness level. Nothing works perfectly in the modes of nature. But this works perfectly well, doesn't it? See, you come into this association, you get purified, the Lord appears in the seat of your heart, the tears come to your eyes. Now you're cultivating real Krishna consciousness. Hey, these are the words of Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami, Nectar of Devotion, man. Prabhupada said, techniques of hearing and chanting. Until tears come to your eyes, you're not even cultivating Krishna consciousness. Now that's the frank, honest truth. And you can tell people hard-hearted, they don't like God. They don't like those tears. They don't like that ecstasy. But that's God. That's his real form. He's very ecstatic, and he makes his devotees very ecstatic, and he presents that ecstasy through those devotees, and whoever's favorable to it gets it, and even those who are unfavorable get a little purified because they expunge blasphemy. I hate that. Yeah, Gorhari, he's a homosexual. They lie, they cheat, all that is the devil inside you. It's coming out, man. Vomit. Lalita says they shit in their Kumars. This is so magical, so luxurious, so nourishing, so fulfilling. Oh, I'm glad. That's good. He encourages me. I get worse. I get more mean. I get more shouts, more roars. All Ritviks speculate. Everybody, they're all little babies. You Ritviks, you're children. You living dead gurus. You're dead in the modes. Mode of goodness is dead to me. Mode of goodness is me. I was chanting today. Interesting little thing happened. I'm chanting, and Krishna is showing me these things. He said, "Look, you see why you are what you are? You act like an authority here on this planet because you are. You're not under the authority of these gurus. These gurus are religion, so you're not under the authority there. And people, they look at you. See, they misunderstand. They look, Gohar, he's so offended. No, I'm just not under their authority. Their religion. And hey, if you listen to this word, and believe in these words, and you can check them, and you can, as you're getting purified, you see you're not under that authority either, because you've taken shelter of somebody who's taken shelter of the higher authority. And I'll prove my points, man. And if anybody listens really well, you can be 100% confident you're not under the authority of the Radhanas, the Narayam Rajas, and the Radhakund Babajis. You know why? Not one of them could show they could chant holy name like even my disciples, some of them chant. Not one of those gurus. And that is the authority, is in those who chant holy name with the deepest ecstasy and the deepest revelation and realization. That is your authority there. See? That's an authorized person. See? And if you take shelter of those persons, and we have many here already, you're not under the authority of Radhanath, who can't chant like this, or Narayan Raj, who can't chant like this, or his legacy, Shamarani, who can't chant like this. No, you're not under their authority. See? And you will know that because you're taking shelter of a higher authority. When you're under a higher power, you know it, right? Man, and then you can see those people under a lower power, the lower modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. You can see they're under the modes, sleeping, loafing in this world, not doing much, going around, prancing around the stage in Vaishnavism acting like gurus, and it's just an act. You're not a guru until you can chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. Oh, is that speculation? No, it's Bhakti Vinod. You're not known as advanced, he says, by how many followers you have. Look how many. Oh, go hurry. This is, I have some stupid fools who left here. One especially, this Nityananda guy. Well, God, Narayan Raj has so many followers. You only got 5. I'm going with him. I'm going with the numbers. See, always against Shastra. Everybody, all these people, because they don't worship the Lord in deep ecstasy that he wants, that Lord Chaitanya came here to give, that Gohari is announcing. Can you hear the new announcement? Today's announcement and tomorrow's and the next days? Because nobody seems to be able to hear these announcements. Yeah. Bhakti Vinod said it's not by how many followers you have or how well you're dressed or how many rubber stamps you have that you're advanced devotee. Advanced devotion means how deeply you're attached to God. How if you're deeply attached to the Lord, and spontaneous love awakens in your heart, and there are symptoms, the tears in the eyes, choking of the voice, everything you read in the friggin' scriptures. And these people are adverse to that. So, okay, so you're under the authority of these gurus who don't have those emotions either. They're your gurus, they're your leaders and all that. So don't fault me for just saying, hey man, you don't have to be. I'm trying to help you guys. If you come under the authority that we're under the authority of the transcendental Lord, because we like him and he likes us. See, it's all reciprocal. I like this ecstatic worship. And so does he. So birds of a feather flock together, right? It's just simple logic. What is the problem to understand this? Look at this. Birds of a feather flock together. You birds out there, you don't flock over here, but we frolic with the Lord because we like what he likes. The Lord loves ecstatic worship. And we love it too. So we frolic together. I have a nice picnic in Vrindavan. Everywhere we go becomes Vrindavan. Because we frolic with the Lord wherever we go and have a little sadhu sangha program, talk about Krishna and his glories, his real glories, not this bullshit stuff. You speculators out there, you Johans and Christina types and Radhanath types, you don't know the real glories. Otherwise you'd be here. Where do you see this kind of worship? Come on, man, be honest. Joe, you don't know the glories of this kind of worship. It shows you that people who worship like this are not under the authority of the religion. See, but your followers are, because they're under your authority. They believe in your authority. It's not very good. Until you're an ecstatic devotee, you can't help them very well. Well, you're going to teach them how to follow lots of rules and regulations and become a Brahmin? What is that to devotees? Give me a Sudra here and we'll go straight to the target, man. Give me a Sudra like Fanny and never did anything. And let's just bring her right to Krishna, man. And understanding all these intimate tattvas that even Radhanath and Narayan Raj don't understand. Narayan Raj don't understand, but he has all these followers, and they all believe he's the next Acharya. Well, you got to prove it, man. Where's your ecstatic chanting? Where's your legacy? Hey, Shamarani, where's your ecstasy in chanting? I got a few here chanting in ecstasy. We got a legacy already. I haven't even left the planet. Your guru left the planet. Well, where's the ecstatic chanters? Nowhere to be seen. None, zero. The only one who has a little promise is Prem Parojan, but he brought it with him. Sometimes somebody comes here, but he's misunderstanding all these things. Therefore, his ecstasy won't grow. Can't grow. If you have faith in those who are still under the Putana obstacle, how can you understand the real Vrindavan or present the real Vrindavan? You can't do it, man. You got to be dancing on the heads of Kalya, man. and Putana and all of these demons, man. And you got to prove that you're a dancer. If you can't prove you're a dancer and show a real dance, and get people into the Vrindavan, actually get them in, not to the kingdom of rules and regulations and external worship, but internal worship of the Lord. Otherwise, what kind of authority are you, really? What you see here is what you get. What you hear here is what you understand. See, and you stand under this knowledge. See, this understanding of Krishna. Ooh, look at the result, man. Look at Lalita stands under this. Look, Govinda stands and look, they're blissed out of their mind. See, out of your mind with bliss. That's what you want. You want to be blissed out of the mind. This is the problem. People in Vaidhi Bhakti and Vaishnavism now are still in the mind. They're still controlled by the mind or the minds of some trickier persons, who manipulate their minds, just like the world. That's called religion. Abandon all varieties of religion. You got to be blissed out of your mind to do that. This is the place for that. Interested, anybody? You want to be blissed out of your mind? Because you must if you want to go to the spiritual world where they're blissed out of the mind too. Otherwise, they'd be here like the people here. But you got to be blissed out of your mind. So you become like a Jesus and you say, yeah, I'm in the world, but I'm not really of this place. That's only for those who are in the mind and manipulated by the mind manipulators who have this power trips, they have this desire for control and all that stuff. See, they desire to have control over these mundane people. Can you imagine? They want to control, they want to manipulate, I only want to control the Lord, man. Who the heck? Why you want to control? You got to purify that concept of control, man. Hey, Klaus Schwab, you're just misunderstanding. You think it's about controlling all the living beings in this world, man. That's really that's you're a poor person, man. All you guys that like to control and manipulate people, you religious leaders, you want to control and manipulate people by your juggling of the scriptures and all that. You guys are poor, really, really poor. You're not high thinkers, man. You know what high thinking is? I want to fucking control God. Now that's high thinking. Oh, that's so offensive. No, it's not. It's intelligent. You should want to control God. That's Krishna saying that's an intelligent person. God, that's offensive to try to want to control God. Nobody can control you. Yes, there's only one way, though. There's only one way to control that Lord. It's only by devotion. See? Oh, and by the way, we're salesmen here and women. And we stock that. We've got a business going now, transcendental business. And we opened a store now in the material world. Oh, we have stocked on the shelves. There's only one product here. It's called devotion, pure devotion. Okay? And if you get this product, you can control God. Yes, but you see, you gotta listen to the real method and the real way, which Lord Chaitanya taught, and we teach again. It's not by your renunciation that Narayan Raj taught in austerities and getting rid of all these things, and following the Narada Muni path. No, it's following this path. Coming into the association of those who have the association of the transcendental Lord. Learn how beautiful it is to be favorable to ecstatic worship and to be around it close to ecstatic worshipers. Be around greedy devotees like Lalita. She's very greedy. Very greedy. I said, she just always, I'm coming to UK. She said, I want to go there. And then you come to Belgium. I go there, and we'll be close. People see that's greed. He likes to. That's why you see the Lord says, "Ooh, I like greedy girls like that. I want to be around great. He likes devotees like that, very greedy. It's a gopi mood. Oh, glory! How can you have go? See, he's Sahaja. He said, no, there's no Sahaja. You see, she acts like a gopi. You know, this is the way gopis act. They want to be with Krishna or anyone who is in that mood of worshiping Krishna like that. See, they liked it. They want that. It's the only thing they really want. See, that's what you got to learn from devotees like her and Govinda and others, you get your little booties up here, and I'll start talking about you, man. But you stay down there, I might not say anything for a while. See, so the authority, it's like Yamaraj. I was going to read that pastime of Yamaraj. I'll just tell it to you, man. Yamaraj says, hey, I have no authority over Ajamil because he chanted the name Narayan with Abbas. Not in Aparad, but Abbas. I have no authority over him. The Vishnu Dutas came and said, no, he's under our authority. See? He is under our shelter now. Because he chanted the holy name, not even purely. We got pure chanters here. We have those who chanting in ecstasy and prema and bhav and all that. And Ajamil wasn't even at the stage of bhav. Can you imagine? And the Vishnu Dutas gave him protection. And Yamaraj, who is the Lord of Karma. See, good deeds, bad deeds, astrology. Those who believe in astrology. Even here we have some who believe in astrology. Can you believe that? Therefore, they're under that still. So whoever's here who believes in all this bullshit of the demigods and then affecting all that stuff, well, you keep staying around, you keep serving, and eventually you'll understand you're not under that shelter. You don't want that shelter. You don't want to be controlled by the demigods. Who would want to be that? You want to be controlled by the love of Krishna, the love of God, which frees you from demigod worship, demigod beliefs, all that, because it's not perfect. I see people who still believe in astrology and everything, they still weak, and until you understand this, that you come under the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his real devotees, and you have no more, then you'll see bliss everywhere. You'll be completely protected. Your mind won't fuck you over, or your emotions and all that other stuff, because you're under the higher shelter. You're blissed out of your material emotions and into your spiritual emotions. You're blissed out of your material mind into the spiritual mind of God. Yeah, God has a mind. If we have a mind, he's got a mind. If we got emotions, he does too. But they're on a whole nother level, and they're more beautiful. They're perfect, actually. That is the ultimate goal of life, is the love of God. See? The love of his mind. The love of the esoteric truths in the scriptures. Don't go, so Yamaraj says, don't go near Ajamil or anybody who is actually a devotee and has the shelter of the Transcendental Lord. Don't go near them. They're protected by another level. They're not under my jurisdiction. See, those devotees, those who act. See, Ajamil had to go and to do more, work. He went to Hardwar and did more chanting and more worship like this to advance more than just do Namabas. See, so Yamaraj says, don't touch them. Don't go near them. I'm very afraid to go near them. You should be too. See? But see, Vaidhi Bhaktas, they don't understand the Bhagavatam. They don't understand the qualities of a person who even chants beyond Namabas. They don't even know what Namabas is. Most devotees, they're still not in the clearing stage. Most of them are still in Namaparad. You know why? They 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 believe in a lot of these Kali Yuga gurus. Can you imagine? In Kali Yuga, the people become gurus, and they're just in it for material motives. See, they do Namaparad chanting. A lot of those gurus. We've seen it. Come on, man. What do you think a pedophile guru is? Are they namabas? Are they doing namabas? I had a namaparad guru in Radhakund, man. He was doing namaparad. He was pedophile. My ex-wife still keeps his name. Can you believe that? That's what I always said. How do you keep a name like you know what he was? Now she keeps the name. See, they don't think straight, man. And they keep it a secret in Radhakund and this stuff. They don't say, oh, the guy is a pedophile. They let him initiate and do all these things. What kind of fucking, what the hell's going on there? That's not the God I'm worshiping. It's not even any justice in that. And they just let things go on. And they wonder why I don't believe in Radhakund Babaji's, and I don't believe in ISKCON, who do the same bullshit, man. I don't believe in the Narayan Raj group, who teach Raganuga Bhakti with no raga, no ecstasy, and all mental. I'm sorry, that ain't real, man. That's not real. We do real here. You don't like it? You can't add it. Narayan Raj devotees can't add anything to this preaching. Johan can't add anything to this preaching. Radhakund Babaji's can't add anything to this preaching. ISKCON can't add anything to this preaching, but we certainly can add to their experience of the real path, because they can see with their own eyes, this is Raganuga with raga. See, this is as it is. Hey, we're teaching Raganuga Bhakti with raga, and we'll show you. I'm not afraid, to show people what Lord Chaitanya came here to show the world. We're done. Just shut the fuck up if you can't teach Raganuga Bhakti with raga, because you're cheating the people. You're cheating them, man. And that's what we got going on here. Kali Yuga gurus, man, cheating the people. And then they turn out gurus and people worshiping Shamaranis with no raga. Where's the fucking ecstasy, man? Where is it? Nowhere to be seen. And they're Raganuga Bhakti. Well, how dare you use that name? You're staining the name. Just be Vaidhi Bhaktas, because that's all you turn out is Vaidhi Bhaktas and intellectual people, who are just studying the Vedas and don't understand anything. You got to meet the real guru, man, who is what they are, man, empowered by the transcendental Lord. They have the authority. You can see they have the authority. You can hear they have the authority. You can feel they have the authority, because you show your teeth. You go, and sis away, because that's all that got to come out of you. And your Raganuga gurus can't do it, because they got no raga. You can't get purified there. That's why those who are, they run away like Johan and Christina and Madhusudan. They won't follow this path. They want to steal bhakti, and they get the false Sita, just like that Ravana wants to steal the bhakti, won't follow Lord Ramachandra's servant, Nityananda. They won't follow that. They want to go and steal the bhakti. What's so hard here? You just come and you follow the process. It's right there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter 1, on the spiritual master. What's so hard about following the process? Why you got to create a new process, Johan, Christina, that you're better than guru? Then you speculate there, everybody's guru? That ain't in the book. We go by the book here. When you're ready to be delivered, you're going to find a guru, you're going to get purified. You're going to get that baptism by fire, man. It's going to burn. You'll feel it in your heart. People do. Your heart starts to burn up all that karma, and you'll feel it, man. See, everything happens here. What we say is what happens. Shows you This is the authority here. You know, John the Baptist said there's somebody who's going to baptize you with fire and the Holy Spirit. You notice the same thing happens here? What's that saying? God is working here also like that to make you quickly saints. See? Quickly. We already made saints here, man. Already. And when anybody wakes up and sees the real authorities here, then you'll also be free of all these manipulators, all these speculators, all these word jugglers of the Vedas and the Bible and all that stuff. Otherwise, they're your authorities, and they're tough, and they lie and they cheat and deceive you, even with a smile on their face and this wolves in sheep's clothing thing. You're all being cheated, man, because I don't know, Gohari cusses. He must not be a real devotee. Let me go back to the wolves in sheep's clothing, man, who speak really sweetly like Daksha, right? Daksha. Oh, oh, you demigods with gentle manners and all that. Believe I don't speak out of envy, but he was speaking out of envy. I don't speak out of jealousy, but he was speaking out of jealousy. That Lord Shiva, he ain't a good character. See, they take the good qualities of a devotee, the power of the devotee, and then they twist it. See, that's what Daksha does. That's what these ISKCON gurus do. That's what they do. Or anybody else, or their followers come here and they twist the good qualities of devotees. You know what the good qualities of Shiva was? It's not, people can't understand his activities until you hear from a real devotee the qualities of Shiva. He could go to a crematorium. He could raise up demons here. See, that's the power of a real devotee. Oh, Prahlad was like that too. He was born in a family of demons, man, a kingdom of demons, and he raised anybody who believed in his word. And that's the same thing here. That shows you God is working in Shiva, in Prahlad, and also here. You give me a demon, man, anybody. And if they believe and come under the shelter of this understanding and this word here, they'll see the real God working in them to change them and transform their life. We've already seen it already here. It's all a faith thing. Those who believe in the word of somebody that is actually with God, with God, they give you God. They give you God's word as it is. And if you take that into yourself, into your heart, you get quickly purified, and Krishna awakens in your heart. God awakens in your heart as an irrevocable fact. Ask Lalita and Govinda. Ask Janaki. Ask a lot of devotees. Ask Olympia there. And if you can't do that, you're not what kind of guru are you? Very low class, very low quality. That's why, I look at that. Oh, you can't do that? You haven't done that? And you teach Raganuga Bhakti? Yeah, you're not very high class guru to me. They need that. They need to know. That's humbling them. There's a lot of pride in that Narayan Raj group, man. Lots. They're so proud of their intellectual jargon, that they think, wow, you know what it is? It's like a masturbator, they're alone in their mind. They're thinking all this. This is what they're doing spiritually. Krishna ain't with them. Krishna hasn't even awoken in them. They're in there. Oh, Krishna, Radhi. They're alone. Krishna, real Krishna, that same thing, Johan. The real Krishna ain't there. Yeah, he's alone in his speculations and his imaginations. Oh, Krishna came to me and he said, I'm a great devotee. No, you're not. You're a masturbator, spiritual masturbator, man. You're alone. You don't know what it is to be with Krishna. When you're with Krishna, that's why it doesn't matter what you're wearing. You can wear a psychedelic t-shirt, man. No signs of being a Vaishnava, but you're a Vaishnava internally. If God is giving you the wisdom and the understanding from within, you'll know that. Just like Jesus said, I come here to teach those who are taught by God. That's the same program here. If you're taught by God because he sees some sincerity in you, you'll get through all these other things. You'll think, well, God, what he's saying is true. You won't be looking at the clothes. You won't be looking for the tilak. You won't be looking at the cuss words peppered in there. You'll be looking, where's the friggin' truth, man? Is he speaking truth or what? You won't be looking at, well, I can't believe in Jesus because he overturned the tables. He was aggressive with the things. He whipped people. I don't believe in Jesus. See, you look at the externals, but you don't look at what they're doing, man. I've been cussing up a storm this whole time here, right? But what is it for? Who is it for? See, it's for the service of the Lord, man, isn't it? What, you think I can talk for 2 or 3 hours just to cuss, just for cussing's sake? Or there's some purpose here, or whatever we do here. This is the Lord, inspiring all this. Yeah. Ooh, got a lot of comments here. Yes, this song is the best bright association, real ecstatic. Yeah, so anyway, if you don't want to be under that authority, you have to come under a higher authority. And that's the preaching here. People who come to see this is the higher authority is here. Then you'll be more free. Then you can follow the real Raganuga Bhakti path. You Narayan Raj devotees, you need to do that. Otherwise, you'll just be Raganuga in name only, just like the ISKCON devotees are chanting Hare Krishna in name only, and just doing their rituals and all of that stuff, working for Krishna and doing all that, building external temples. Here, you build the internal temple. You get purified very fast. It's not a mini lifetime trip like Narayan Raj said, and it will be if you continue to follow that path. If you follow this path in this lifetime, if not a week or 2 or a month or 6 months or 20 years, you're going to get Krishna. Or you could, unless you're a really poor student, but you'll get Krishna as fast as you can get. And faster, he'll help you. It doesn't make sense why you would follow a mini lifetime path when this is available. We prove it. This is not, look, even in this lifetime, people have more ecstatic symptoms than all of the Narayan Raj gurus put together. You can prove me wrong. Give me 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 Narayan Raj gurus and let us all chant together. And let's see who's ecstatic, who's got any ecstasy. And here you can let go and you don't have to hold back. See? But they can't let go because there is no holding back. I'll call your bluff, man. I say you're bluffing, man. Put your cards on the table. Think of this as a poker game. Okay? I'm calling your hand now. I'm saying you're bluffing, man. Because we got a straight flush. We show you we got the straight flush. Straight one. Royal flush. Here. And it is. You come here, you're going to get a royal flush of a lot of garbage down the drain, man. You're going to be royally flushed out. And part of it is your bullshit and your lies. See? Calling your bluff, man. I don't believe you got any ecstasy in that group. Your holding back is just because your guru held back. And you just like monkey see, monkey do. See? I don't believe there's any ecstasy. I never seen it in a year and a half. Just nice devotees, sort of, their hearts are all, it's the political thing. Oh, Prabhu, I don't really like that person. A lot of that going on. Isn't that like the world? You ever see the parties in the movies? Everybody's being nice, but inside their hearts are not really that pure. They don't speak their real mind and all that stuff. That's Vaishnavism, man. Oh, Prabhu, I really, oh, Prabhu, I don't want to afraid of committing offense, inside they're different. See? Here we make the inside the outside, man. Truth. Say yes, association of real ecstatic devotees that want to be successful by listening to a pure devotee is written in the Nectar of Instruction. Srila Rupaka mentions the association of a perfect Vaishnava are most desirable. Yeah, and you see, perfect Vaishnava, everybody thinks it's material perfection. You know what a perfect Vaishnava is? Perfect Vaishnava is simply one who's attracted the association of Krishna, God, and that Lord lives inside them. And that's why they don't think, I ain't anything special, but the Lord is special, and He's my friend. He helps me in all ways. He's my life and soul. Lord Chaitanya's name, His pastimes, His qualities is my life and soul. I got no life other. He showed me the truth. You know, you know. I don't. It's not that. It's just the body. So and the housing. It's like the temple. The temple only has life if the Lord comes here. That's why you can go to churches, you can go to temples, and sometimes the deity is there, but where's the life? Where's the life? They're dead. Because the Lord is not attracted there. He's attracted to devotees who have bhakti. Devotion. So that you don't even need that temple. You don't need those deities because you got that temple already. You got the deity is in the heart. Is he awakened? That's the problem. That's the question. Well, you can come here. There's a lot of temples here. And there's a lot of deities. That deity is awakened in a lot of temples here. People have the tears. The Lord is appearing on the seat of their hearts. That's why I don't need anything external to worship the Lord. All the paraphernalia is here. Got the sound vibration. You know how the priests, they call by mantra the Ganga. See, by mantra. The Ganga is way over in India. But they call the Ganga. But, it's kind of a Vaidhi thing. And the priests are usually not awakened. They just do it by name only. Yeah, Ganga, come, their mantra. And then in their minds, they see the Gangas come. But it's not like Krishna, 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 and then Krishna comes on the seat of their heart and the tears pour out of their eyes. See? That's all you have to do. You don't have to chant all these fancy mantras and all that stuff and do all this fancy worship and put your nice little dhoti on and go on the altar and put on a big show. And it's usually just a big act, a big show bottle. It's just a big show, nothing going on really other than the external, right? Devotees, simply by Hare Krishna or a name of God or a devotee, man. The Lord appears in the seat of the heart and tears come to the eyes. Perfect worship. See, that's just the perfect worship. If you can call God and God comes and tears come to your eyes, oh, there you go. That's it, man. There's nothing more being demanded of you. That is your duty. Call the Lord, read his pastimes, and the Lord appears in your heart, tears from your eyes, gives you revelation, realization. The worship is complete. The worship is perfect. And you will feel that. You'll experience that. There's nothing else to be attained. It's just the association of the Lord. Yes, that's it. That's simple. It's too simple for these people out there. These so-called Vaishnavas. You're so-called Vaishnava until you have that happen, man. That's where devotion begins. See, we got a lot of people like that. Why do I preach like this? Because it's the deeper truth. And you Vaidis out there cannot go to this level until you hear these teachings, you hear these esoteric truths about who you're worshiping, how you're worshiping. See, otherwise you stay external devotee, you think all your whole lives, man, and then you die on that empty state, thinking that, wow, I served Prabhupada, I served Krishna, I brought followers, I distributed books, but you don't know the glories of chanting Hare Krishna yet. You don't know the glories of the real Bhagavatam. You haven't heard the esoteric truths that begin of being dissatisfied with the Vaidhi path that you followed for your whole life. You haven't heard the real Bhagavatam until you're open, like Fernando, right? Fernando followed Vaidhi and it was okay and everything, but now he likes this path. See, now he's understanding a deeper level. What a concept, man. Do your gurus ever tell you that? Your worship is perfect? If you call Krishna, he appears in the seat of your heart and tears come to your eyes. Now you're really getting purified. Otherwise, not much purification in these external rules with no heart. You just like Isaiah, this prophecy. Hey, your lips praise me, but your heart is very far away. Then nothing changed. That's called Vaidhi Bhakti, man. The heart's very far away. Do you see this? Is our hearts, ones who worship in ecstasy, far away from God? No, they're right there with the Lord, man. See, that's why they concentrate. Devotees, they concentrate 100% on the being with the Lord. These pedophiles are, okay, I'm going to go way to the end here. Leonardo replying to David Beeman. False ego is a bitch. Sending love and good energy. Thank you. Yeah, good energy. Be a little more conclusive there, Daphne. Send love and transcendental energy. Thanks for coming there, Daphne. Finish now with the toddler preaching, my dearest senior devotees. Let's get fresh and final. Yeah. Lily, what is David Beeman saying today? Let's see what he has to say. You may have some anger issues. I'm a professional counselor. I can exorcise some of the angry demons out of you. Anger issues. I have no issue with anger. You know why? Because it's used in the service of the Lord, isn't it? Does it look like I need a counselor? I don't need a counselor. Yeah. No. The Lord, see, that's the thing. You can't see that. You see this as material. See, this is the thing. You see what's going on here is material. That means you're on a material platform. This is not material at all. The Lord he has anger issues, but they're not bad, they're not good, they're transcendental issues. He has an issue with people following the Maya. He has an issue with that. He says, come on, you're hurting yourself. It's like a father, he has all these misdirected children, and he comes in the form of guru to give the right guidance. Guru is the counselor, man. Guru is the teacher, the real teacher, ultimately, the spiritual master. They've mastered the spirit, truly, see? They mastered the spirit. See, if you listen to such a person there, then you'll get over seeing, confusing the material, the spiritual as material. And that's what you're still doing. See, by your words, you do that. This is how everybody does. They show their colors. They show what they are by what they say. What's in their mind or the condition of their mind and their heart, it comes out of their speaking. See, so what you're saying, you're still on the mundane platform, to be honest with you, if you don't mind. A lot of people say, I talk about masturbation. Well, hey, man, it's what a perfect analogy to me. I mean, that's why the Goswamis, they use the words like lust as to describe things. Like the gopis they have this lust for Krishna. That's why it's pure, because it's for God. This it's kind of got the same quality. When you lust for a person, that's God in disguise in the material modes of nature. You lust after that person because they got the spirit inside, but it's not purified. See, the gopi mood is a lust for God. It's very impulsive, natural, beautiful, perfect. See, get angry for God. See, people get angry at people, just because they disturb their sense enjoyment. Devotees get angry at people, or be following these useless paths now, and so there's nothing wrong with that. See, but you don't see that, David, because you're still on a material platform. You don't see this as Maha Prasad. So whenever you develop faith, if you develop faith in this preaching, see, then you'll be raised automatically to the spiritual level of this. Otherwise, you stay on the material level because of the lack of faith in this preaching. That's how it is. And then you speak your real consciousness. I mean, you could go deeper if you. Let's see what Christian does, because you keep coming back here. So, yeah, he's still a toddler. Yeah. See, the Vitae platform, you're still a child. You're still a baby. Yeah. That's why this preaching isn't for them. They can't assimilate this. You must get your butt in the kitchen, or I may have to grab the bamboo stick. Who do you think is more insane, you, me, or Lolita? Well, let's take a vote. Raise your hand if you think David Beeman is a little more insane. Sorry, you came to a place where we're probably everybody raised their hands if they're real devotees, because we see on another level. So but that's how it looks there, David. Like Lord Chaitanya said, "I'm one madman, and Sarvabhauma is another. Therefore, he took my words as truth." You can't take my words as truth, because you got to be transcendentally mad by chanting this holy name. Otherwise, you won't take these words as truth. You'll see they don't make any sense, right? Isn't that the way it works? That's the way it works. Watch out, the red lipstick's after you there, David, or Kamalakanta. All right, what do we got here? Text number 2. O great sage, never before has it been heard anywhere that an order of Yamaraj has been baffled. Therefore, I think the people will have doubts about that, and no one but you can eradicate. That is my firm conviction. Kindly explain the reasons for these events. Yeah, so see, the Yamadutas were baffled. And Yamaraj usually he's the Lord of karma. He's the one who, when you have good karma, he gives you the results of that in heaven, in your next life, or even in this life, you start to feel the results. You feel good, because you did some good deeds. And then if you do bad deeds, you get the results. It gives you, you go to purgatory, and you purge these sins, these things that you've done in the lower modes of ignorance and passion. So he gives you the results of passion and ignorance, where you've hurt living entities, stuff like that. And so Mars Prikshit is saying, nobody's ever transgressed the orders of Yamaraj. So how can this be? People will have doubts. See, you have to have these doubts clear. But you see, you got to be open, like Mars Brixit was open to having the answer. Most people are not. You can teach, like I have people, they have faith in astrology or tarot or psychologies and all that stuff. See that, but and if I explain things, I say, well, listen, there's a higher principle. If you come under that shelter, then you're not going to be influenced by the demigod thing, which is under astrologies and tarots and all of that stuff. Speculations, new age speculation. You won't be under that. You'll be under this shelter. And this shelter is great. You'll be blissed out of your mind. People that are still stuck in their mind is because they have faith in the demigods. Therefore, you're under the shelter of the demigods. You're under the shelter of doing good deeds and being afraid of doing bad deeds. See? Anyway, you follow that path of good and bad, or try to adhere to the good. But the truth is, if you're here, you can transcend that. You can transcend that by taking shelter of these truths that are above the modes of nature. This preaching is the word of the transcendental Lord. See, the Bhagavatam is the word of the transcendental Lord, but in the form of a book. But who understands it? You can't say you understand this book if you have faith in the demigods. If you have faith in that level, because this book is meant to bring you above that. The teaching is above that. That's what the pastime's all about, to bring you under the shelter of the Vishnu Dutas, not the Yama Dutas. You're the Yama Dutas, they bring you before Yamaraj, who judges you, the great judge. See? But the devotees, they're not judged by Yamaraj. He's not the jurisdiction there. Matter of fact, in this world, they're the judge of this world. See, their judgment is just. It's like a Jesus thing. He said, judge not, lest ye shall be judged, because everybody projects their judgments, which are faulty, on others. But he said, my judgment is just. See, just as it is. See, because he was under the shelter of the higher power. See, true higher power. The Lord as the Lord is. Well, you can all become like that here. That's the basis of this preaching here. This is just judgment, isn't it? See, what is just judgment? Is it justice in the mode of goodness? No. It's beyond that. It's deeper than that. What is just is if you're not under the shelter of the transcendental Lord, like many of us are here, okay, then you're under the shelter of Yamaraj, and you're judged by your good deeds and bad deeds, because you're not under this understanding, which is the real Bhagavatam preaching. The essence is to come under the shelter of this understanding that Yamaraj is teaching. See, that we're teaching. See, that these gurus can't teach you. They're not under the shelter of the Bhagavatam as it is. They cannot show it, because if you chant the holy name, you would chant at least in a bas. And here we have devotees chanting with bhav and prem. We're certainly not under that shelter, according to the book. He's a legend in his own mind. He thinks he isn't the greatest everything. Yeah. Yeah. He's a toddler, baby. But Krishna keeps bringing him here. That's because he was a personal servant of Vishnu Jan. Yeah, Vishnu Jan. See, we are not judged anymore. We are forgiven. Yeah. So, we're not judged anymore, but we render a judgment, see, in the world to help people distinguish between good, passion, and ignorant, and transcendental goodness. Because if you take shelter of the teachings of transcendental goodness, which is the real Bhagavatam, the essence of the Bhagavatam, you're set free. See? Because you're coming under the shelter. See, God said in the Bible, my people are being destroyed because of ignorance. Bhagavatam, the real Bhagavatam, the as it is Bhagavatam, the essence of the Bhagavatam takes away that ignorance. It's the light of the world. And that's why we preach this. This judgment is just, perfectly just. See? The judgment of the Bhagavatam is perfectly just, and those who preach it nicely as it is also perfectly just. And you combine those two, this is what purifies people. Getting the Bhagavatam as it is, not as it isn't. Not by materially motivated persons and gurus and teachers who take the Bhagavatam just and they preach it with material motives. It's called religion. What they do with the Bible, they do with the Vedas. See, to justify their position as guru. There's no justification of being a real spiritual master in the Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, or Chaitanya, especially Chaitanya Lila. There is no justification for being a spiritual master and being worshipped in those books. But they justify their position by juggling the words in those books. Therefore, it's not a clean version of Bhagavatam. Therefore, there's some poison in there. Can you see that? Oh, Gorhar, you're off. You can't prove your point. Yes, I can do it. Yeah, Krishna was self-realized, right? Who preached to Arjuna? Krishna. Right? Was he a Vaidhi Bhakti? Was he a mundane guru? Was he a 25-year-old sannyasi who became Guru Dev and worshipped? Huh? Like these guys? From the very foundation of their preaching was bad, was rotten. See? Krishna was God, right? What about Maharaj Parikshit? Who heard the Bhagavatam from what, a mundane person? Or was it somebody used a flute of the Lord? Shukadev Goswami. Was he a mundane guru like these guys? Justifying their position. See, you get the justified Bhagavatam, which is not justified. You get the justified Bhagavatam is justified by the preaching as it is. What is a real spiritual master? How dare you promote Vaishnavism as idol worship, worshiping mundane gurus who can't even chant the holy name in ecstatic devotion, can't prove it, can't show it, can't distribute that ecstatic devotion to anybody. How dare you do idolatry in the name of this pristine truth called Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita? If I had any hate, I would hate that. If I had any angry, I would be angry about that. And sometimes I get angry about that. How dare you have a mundane person sit on a Vyasasana and act like Shukadev Goswami, because it's only an act. Look, how many people have you spoken to the word of God where they became devotees like Maharaj Parikshit and went back to Godhead? Huh? Well, we've got a few people here. They've heard these words, and they don't have to die to go back to Godhead. The Lord comes to them and appears in the seat of their heart, and tears and laughter and so many other beautiful emotions, transcendental ones, appear. Well, we already got, and people don't see this as authoritative. Are you kidding me? And you expect me to give respect to people or gurus or Vaishnavas who can't realize who God is, who can't see who God is? No, you need a big stick. The ecstatic devotees, mature ecstatic devotees, present the Lord as he is. And when you come under the shelter and you take the shelter of those words, the word of the transcendental Lord coming through them, because they're with God now. That Lord appears in the seat of their heart, and tears come to their eyes, not these friggin' gurus. Where are the tears, man? Where's the ecstasy? Where's the laughter, man? Where's the choking? Where's the realization like this of preaching the real Bhagavatam, that you got to be at least that kind of devotee to be worshipped? How dare you take worship like God or God's real devotees who have real devotion, real intimacy with the Lord. And then the Lord is pleased and shows you. He's pleased when you worship such devotees. Why? Because he awakens in your heart. That's how you know. Why do you think Lalita, she praises her guru? The Lord awakens in her heart when she does it. Govinda too. They're not unintelligent persons. That's intelligent. That's showing them that the Lord, confirming that the Lord likes that kind of worship. Are tears appear in your eyes when you worship Radhanath or Jaipataka? You don't even see that as a standard. See? Because they're mundane gurus still. They're no better than you, really, spiritually. They're not awakened. You're not awakened. Therefore, you're basically on the same platform, and you're probably in a better position to accept the real teachings here, the real essence. Because they're covered by name and fame and desire for worship and followers and to be a big cheese. They want to be big persons. What do we got here? Freddie's saying, in this material world, good judgment must be there, not come from trouble with the law, your friends, your teachers, your family, etc. I'm not leaving this association because life outside the circle is living hell. Yeah. Replying to Freddie Booston, in the transcendental world, it is all about attention, dedication, faith, and love. Attraction, dedication. Also attention. You got to give attention to the spiritual word. See, you want to be liberated? You got to follow that verse in chapter 1 of Book of John. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. You got to hear that word of a person who is with God. See? Because that word is God. And God's word is what delivers you. Otherwise, it's the word of the snake. Remember in the Garden of Eden? The Lord cast out. Well, actually, Adam and Eve were cast out of the kingdom. See, this is an analogy. The esoteric truth is this. They were cast out of the kingdom simply by belief in the word of the snake. And now you're cast back into the kingdom by hearing the real word of God coming from an intimate devotee who is with God very close. And you're cast back into the kingdom that way. There's no other practical way. See, all your sins are forgiven. What did Jesus say? Those who believe in my word, those who believe in me, means the word he spoke. You don't believe in the me, the I, me, and mine. That's all illusion. You believe in God's word, what comes through those who are intimately with God. See, all your sins are forgiven that way. See, you got all these sins from believing in the snakes all the way up into religion, into the putanas who don't represent the real kingdom of God, the real Vrindavan. They don't represent it, or they don't represent the real Garden of Eden of those devotees who are really with God. That word, see, the word coming to the world is guru, man. That word that's with God comes through guru. That's guru, is the with. They give you God's real word as it is. And when you have faith in that word, you're cast back into the kingdom of bliss. You transcend the material mind because that word is the spiritual mind of the Lord. Those pastimes are the spiritual understanding of the Lord, his activities, his qualities, his truths. No other way. You got to get the firstborn, man. Firstborn of God's word. That's why they're usually sent here. They heard it before. See, and they got purified. And they come here and they speak that same word again. And those who come under that shelter are cast back into the kingdom of bliss, into that paradise that stays forever. We've already proved it here. This is the place to be, man. This is the place to go. This is the place to find the real God, because you ain't going to find it in religion. You're not going to find it from gurus who are not even awakened yet. If they were, they'd be here in a flash. Have we not gave them enough warning? Have we not gave them enough attention? Have we not been over Facebook for 25 years? And still nobody's coming over there? That means they're not awakened yet. They're too covered over with name and fame, and their followers who believe them, and they don't get anything. They don't get delivered. They don't get free. They die Vaidhi Bhaktas like their gurus. That it is comparable to someone temporarily very ill, such a child. Someone who has died. This phase feels like following the previous phase of disappointment. I'll have to read this later. They're too afraid to become happy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what else we got? Yeah. Oh, great sage, never before. Okay. Sri Sukadev Goswami replied, My dear king, when the order carriers of Yamaraj were baffled and defeated by the order carriers of Vishnu. See, they're baffled. See, the order carriers of Yamaraj were baffled because they were defeated by the order carriers of Vishnu. The Vishnu, higher knowledge. See, they were in debate with the Yamadutas, and they won because they have the higher knowledge, the higher principles, the deeper principles. All the Yamadutas had was the law. They had faith in Yamaraj's teaching, who taught them about karma. Good, you serve me by bringing the souls over that die in the modes of nature. You bring them to me. They're under my jurisdiction. We'll judge them. They will judge them. Yeah. And so in the world, you need a spiritual master that has that kind of judgment, that judges things as they are, and then that's how you make advancement. I mean, if you hear or say, hey, man, why not come under this understanding, man? And then you'll be free. Why do you believe in astrologers and astrologies and all that stuff? And it's not perfect, man. It's always going to be some fault. Look at your feet. Look at how you feel, man. See, you're not living in this kind of bliss and this ecstasy. If you come under this teaching, under this jurisdiction, then you'll live in bliss. You'll be above the material mind. You'll be above the material emotions. You'll live in ecstasy. See? But because if a person has faith in karma and tarot and everything, still they're buffeted by the goods and the bads of the world, the evil and the good of the world. See, the ups and downs, of happiness and distress of the world. See? Devotees who have devotion and follow this devotional path hear devotional messages, devotional truth, or in other words, the real Bhagavatam, finally. You transcend the material mind into the spiritual mind. These truths are God's mind, his understanding. I'm just sharing that with you. He shows me these things. I look at the books. You're becoming like that too. You look at the books and you see the essence in there. Isn't it beautiful to do that? You open up Bhagavatam and you see the essence of the truth that even these gurus can't see because they speculate. because they're not who they are. They're not. They haven't overcome the obstacles of Putana. They're still serving Putana by being the false representative of Vrindavan. Or they're still, and because of that, they speak the Kalya. See, the Kalya is poisoning the Harikatha. That's these religious leaders in the Vaticans and in the ISKCONs. See, there's Kalya, little poison coming out of their mouths, mixing with the Harikatha and diluting it. See, so it's not purifying. Know as it is, because they aren't as it is. You got to be as it is, man. You got to be lifted into the kingdom of God. You got to be the king in the kingdom of Vrindavan. And if you are, there are symptoms. If you're preaching Raganuga, which we are, you got to teach those symptoms. You got to show those symptoms. You got to manifest that Vrindavan. And whoever comes and sees your ecstatic worship and says, very good, I also want to worship like that, and stays in your association and learns from you, he appreciates this kind of worship, the Lord will say, oh, you want Vrindavan? No, you're hanging out with my Vrindavan devotees. Oh, you believe in their word and you don't believe in the liars and the cheaters and the deceptors? Okay, here you go. Here's ecstatic emotions. That's a Govinda and a Lalita and a Janakis and others. Here. Even look, Freddie's manifesting it because it's a symptom of faith. See? Not faith in bogus, anything bogus. This is that simple, man. That's why I preach like this. You got to be different, man. You got to have some extraordinary. You got to stand out, man. The preaching of the truth, when it's preached boldly and sincerely and clearly, stands out, doesn't it? That's why most people are still contaminated, because they don't get it. This guy is different, man. Our gurus always have the same story, man. Same story. Worship these mundane people, man, as representatives of Vrindavan. That's the story we're told. See, and Gohar is telling a new story. Where's this new story? It's in the Bhagavatam. It is the Bhagavatam. Worship of Sukadev Goswami. Somebody and believe in their word, man. Like Maharaj Parikshit, man. When you see somebody has the qualities of Sukadev, when they speak a truth that is different, that's the problem. Is they don't understand the real truth, which is different than what they believe. See? Because they're not a Shukadev. They're not inspired by the real God. They're not speaking under the influence of the transcendental Lord. Otherwise, they would stand out. And they don't. They're just glowworms. Can you see this preaching stands out? Why? Because it's genuinely empowered by the real Lord. Oh, he stands out. How do you know? Well, it's different than their opinion is different than all these other opinions, which show they're all in Maya still. What? Your guru? Where's your ecstatic devotion? Where's your passport and visa to Vrindavan? Where's your conclusive understanding of the Bhagavatam? Why are you a spiritual master without ecstasy, without the spirit of devotion? How dare you misrepresent the Bhagavatam? Let me rip it up. Let me rip up your book like Lord Chaitanya wanted to do to Devananda Pandit. You Devanandas out there, that's where you are. Isn't that where they are? They're standing out like Devananda Pandits. They quote the verses. They might even be maybe. Celibate, Brahmins and sannyasis, maybe. At least he was honest like that. You could be honest. You could be, say, Narayan, may celibate, all these things. But where's your devotion? Ooh, holding it back. Where's your transmission of it? Your Raganuga Bhakta, right? Teaching Radhe, Rupa. Where's the Rupa, man? Where's the ecstasy of Rupa? Where's the ecstasy of Radha? Where is it? Nowhere to be seen. So therefore, you're just a wannabe, man. You in your mind thinking you're a resident. Otherwise, you wouldn't do things teaching Raganuga Bhakti without raga. That goes for everybody. That's so-called teaching Raganuga Bhakti. But Gaur, you're different than them. You're downright, man. We speak raga. We talk Radha, and you see relationship with Radha. You see the bond, man, the attachment to Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. You see it, man. It's manifest. Therefore, that's where the authority is. You come under the real authority here, man, and you'll know you'll be blissed out of your mind like Govinda Lalita, right? You got the examples already. You got the witnesses already. They believe in these words. They believe these words, like Jesus said, hey, Lord, they believe these words. Gohari will do that same thing. Gohari, Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, they believe my word comes from you. Therefore, let Lalita and Govinda and anybody else be as we are. Okay, you want to be like this? You want to roar like a lion? You want to cry like a baby? Yeah. Well, if you believe these words are the word of that God, if you think that God that I worship, all this ecstasy is real, and it's the real deal, is the real Lord Chaitanya and the real Krishna above all these words of these dry eyes, these smart asses. You know what a smart ass is? They're asses and they act like they're smart, like these Narayan Raj followers, right? They're asses and they act like they're smart, right? No, they're smart asses. You're still an ass, man. You're still serving the ass demon. See, we kick that ass demon, right? We take a prod, man, and beat that ass demon, man, out of you. Unless you want to take it with you. Go ahead, die in with the ass demon. Act like an ass. When devotees like these intellectual snobs in Vaishnavism and these proud gurus, and they preach their intellectual jargon and they pretend they're holding back some big emotion that they don't have. All this bullshit, man. They die asses. See, they serve the ass demon because to a devotee they're acting like dumbasses. Dumbass, man. When do you see all these words are from Krishna, Dumbass, ass demon, what is that? That's an intellectual person going, Rupa, Radha. Where's the devotion? Where's the ecstasy? Where's your fucking life, man? Where's your energy? Don't you get any energy from preaching truth? It's all, Radha. Oh, you worship. Oh, Chamarani, you're such great. I've been waiting to meet you for so long. Really? Yeah, I must be great. No, you're not. Show us the ecstatic devotion showing you're a qualified guru. Let us hear some conclusive truth. Yeah, Shuddha Bhakti, let's see some Shuddha Bhakti. Not just blah, 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 blah. Shuddha Bhakti, Rupa. Where's the energy of Rupa, man? Where can we feel that? Where's Nishingadev? I want to see Nishingadev sometimes. We need a lot of Nishingadev in this fucking world, right? Where's the Nishingadev in your preaching, man? Where's that lion like Lord Chaitanya? Where's the Anarthas fleeing from the loud shouts of being inspired by Lord Chaitanya? Where is that? Nowhere. Here. Except here. Right, David? I got an anger issue. That's right. I got an anger issue. I got an issue because my Lord has an issue with Maya now. This is the special Kali Yuga. He comes very rarely. Why shouldn't everybody take advantage? He's got an issue with that, man. Yeah, he's come here, to give the greatest mercy. That like Narda, look at Narda. He couldn't even get it, man. We have devotees that the Lord is appearing in the seat of their heart every day, multiple times, giving them quick purification. What Narda did in a whole lifetime, they're doing in days, if not a week. See? From one appearance in the seat of his heart to the next one was his whole life. And look at you guys. I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry, man. The mercy of the Lord is so powerful here. It's so amazing here. And you got to shout it from the rooftops. Otherwise, people pay it no mind. It's just noise. They got to get their attention over here. I feel the moment in the face. What is all this here? Let's see what we got here. Oh, did David run away? He probably ran away. Okay, all right. I don't know, man. Maybe should I go on? I don't know. I might. Yamaduta said, our dear Lord, how many so he's talking the Yamadutas are talking to Yamaraj. How many controllers or rulers are there in this material world? How many causes are responsible for manifesting the various results or of activities performed under the three modes of material nature, sattva gun, rajagun, and tamagun? Yeah, you see, this is the thing. This is knowledge. Look, even the Yamadutas understood these things. See, they understood the three modes of nature. See? But they didn't understand Shuddha Bhakti. Naramaraj didn't teach them that. You see why you need Shiksha? Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta taught, see, with their words, about the modes of nature, just like Bhagavad Gita teaches about the modes of nature. And then Krishna hints, transcend all the modes of nature by surrendering to me. But what does that mean, surrendering to Krishna? Well, how do you transcend the modes of nature and all that? People don't know that. If you come here, you could know that. You transcend the modes of nature very simply. You stop speculating. You abandon your speculations. See? And you take shelter, those who've taken shelter of the as it is word, the as it is truths of the Bhagavatam. That's it. See? Surrender. That's Krishna. Krishna is as it is, man. He's Shuddha Bhakti, man. And you don't know Shuddha Bhakti until you can feel Shuddha Bhakti, till you can taste Shuddha Bhakti. Otherwise, why talk about it? You're bewildering yourself because after a while you think, what a great class you gave. What did you understand? Oh, it's not about that. It's just, you know, I don't understand nothing and you don't understand nothing. But what a great class you did. It's all empty words. Okay? Shuddha Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti, Rupa, Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radha got together with Krishna. All that stuff. No tears, no ecstasies. Chanting the holy name without the holiness of bhakti. The divine emotions, no awakening spontaneous. See? That's your gurus, man. See? They still need shiksha. They need to hear these kind of things. Otherwise they die like that. They die in their misconception. See, they missed the real conception. Isn't this the real conception being preached? Oh, you're Raga Nuga Bhakti. You got Raga? You got the gift of pure devotion that Lord Chaitanya was giving through his real Sangha. His real Sangha. The Sangha of Lord Chaitanya comes through his real devotees who have his Sangha, his association. No other way. Yeah, so see, this is the thing. Speculators don't understand that you're under the rule of the just. This is why you can say, I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in good or bad. I can be a bad person. I could be a good person. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to do what I want, all these things. And then you die, and these Yamadutas will come up, and they will grab you, and they'll take you before the judge, who judges you according to your faith in karma, your belief in karma, see? Or your non-belief. It doesn't matter whether you believe or not, you're still going to go what you did in this world. Oh, you were a demon? Well, you got to go and you got to suffer because you hurt a lot of people. Don't demons hurt people? Don't they? Don't they give them injections that are full of poison? Did you get the thing I showed you? The thing I put it on the 888 thing. Go and you should look at that. You go look at the vegetable oil that you ingest, the undigestible vegetable oil, giving people heart attacks and all that stuff because it was built for machines, and because there's a depopulation program by the demons, you know, and that's what they're doing. Oh yeah, we put fluoride in the water that melts concrete. It doesn't matter because we want to depopulate the world, and get people sick so we can make money on them and everything. See, they go before Yamaraj, whether they believe it or not, it doesn't matter. Yamaraj says, well, God, look at all the fluoride you put in the water to kill people and to rot their teeth out and everything. And you said that was good for them and everything. You lied to them. You cheated them. And look at all the vegetable oil, the Crisco, and that you said was really good, and you were all part of that, and you knew that was really bad for people, but you pushed it because you believed in the demon's depopulation program. Well, sorry, there's reaction for that. Many people died because of that vegetable oil. Well, see, this is the idea. Doesn't matter whether you believe in karma or not. There's one person there. The Yamaraj is in that position, and you get judged, man. There's nothing you can do. The Yamaduta here in this world, you got a little freedom, But when you pass from this body, they grab you just like they did Ajamil. And if you don't have the higher shelter, which you can get here in this sangha, see, then they grab you and they take you before, and you judge for your karma, good or bad. Even in this sangha, if you don't believe in these words, come to the point in after 20 years, 40 years, whatever it takes, that you're under the shelter of these words, these truths, and show by your action you don't believe in these fucking demigods. You don't believe, okay, demigods are doing their work, okay? But you don't believe in them. You don't believe in that they're influenced over your life. And you're influenced by the love of God. You're influenced by real, devotional, conclusive truth. See? You're influenced by the love of Krishna. See? That is your new influence. See? Your influencers in your life are the real devotees, not these TikTokers. See? Not these YouTube people. Not these gurus. Oh, they're your influencers? Yeah, are they under love of God? See, I'm just preaching the real Bhagavatam, man. The real, wasn't Krishna ecstatic and blissful and all that because he was the spiritual potency personified? Well, are your gurus like that? They got to be the empowered version of Shuddha Bhakti, Satchidananda, man. Otherwise, you're not under the real authority that makes you real, that gives you eternal reality. You want eternal reality? Well, it's not under gurus who are not involved in eternal reality. They're just bluffers and talkers, and they have a pair of deuces, and they can't show that they got a flush. They can't even flush anything out of you. You come here, we'll flush out whatever's there. We'll flush it out, man. You ever see, you go in these bushes, say you're a hunter and you go in the bushes and you shake the bushes, man, and all the snakes come out and all that stuff, That's what we do, man. We go in, you're the bush, man. We shake your bush, man. Let's see what comes out. Canola oil. Yeah. It's poison, all that stuff, man. So those are the ones who go before Yamaraj, man. But you can be a devotee. Now, this is something you people don't know. You can be a devotee engaged under these persons, working for these people, but you're a devotee. See, still you're not judged because you believe in the Supreme Lord. It was like that at Korah. He was engaged in the service of Kamsa. He was a minister for Kamsa, important person, minister of Kamsa. But he was invited to Vrindavan. What is the meaning of the story? What is the moral? What is the transcendental moral of that story? He was an ecstatic devotee. You notice he was on his way to Vrindavan. He had great faith in Krishna. He knew what he was doing. He saw the esoteric thing. Oh, Krishna, even though I'm going to do a bad thing, invite, see, on the external, it's like, that's pretty bad. You go and this Kamsa wants to kill Krishna, and you go to bring Krishna Vrindavan. Isn't that usually a bad thing? It's a very bad thing. It is a very low mentality to do that, but he saw the esoteric truth. He had great faith in Krishna. Oh yeah, Krishna will come to Vrindavan and kill this Kamsa. No problem. I'll come and bring him here. See, he sees the esoteric truth about it. See, he got an invite from Kamsa to get killed. See, Kamsa said he knew Krishna was going to be the death of him, and so he invited him to kill himself. Krishna's the real self, to kill the false ego. See, isn't that what happens here? We don't kill bodies, we kill false egos. Don't you want that dead? Don't you want that? Do you want to live with the false ego? See, the false ego gives you always misdirection. See, false identification. Even with good and bad, the good path and the bad path. See? You got it. The whole point of coming here is to believe and learn to identify with the transcendental path, not the good path and the bad path. That's in the modes of nature. No, we're teaching about the transcendental path, how to come under the shelter of the transcendental path. The love of Krishna, how to awaken that quickly, get purified, so that the love increasingly awakens in you for Krishna. And now you follow that path. See, for you, there's no judgment except what you'll do when you teach Bhagavatam, if you're doing that like we're doing here. See, judgment. This judgment is just, more than just. Remember, we had the Charyadev teaching about justice, but that was on the level of the material modes of goodness, justice. We teach about to worship the unjust God because, he's unjust for giving us this mercy. We don't deserve it, right? So it's all about, we're learning about the justice of injustice. We don't deserve this. I certainly don't deserve being, raised up into this consciousness, to speak like this, to speak things nobody's ever spoken before. Where have you ever heard the concept of worshiping the unjust God? These gurus would pee their pants if they heard this preaching. Worship an unjust God? No, we want to worship the God of justice. Well, then you're going to Yamaraj, my friends, because that's worshiping the just God. Because look at you guys, you're gurus and you don't deserve being guru. You don't deserve that. You're misleading people. They're worshiping you as God, as their savior, and you can't save nothing. Nobody. You can't even save yourself. See, so justice for you. Yamaraj is going to judge you, man. You should go and come and worship my unjust God. He'll exonerate you of all these sins because, we teach his real nature. His real nature, he came to give justice. I mean, more than that, to give transcendentalness. Where people don't deserve, we don't deserve it here. All we have to do is follow the path. The path is be favorable to his real devotees association. Not the fake ones, not the Babajis, not the Johans who leave the real path, the Christinas, the Madhusudans, who never followed the real path because they don't believe in the real path. They believe they're better than Guru. Right? Yeah, see? Therefore, justice for them as they come before Yamaraj said, oh, you were crying, Lord, Lord, all the time? Well, here, this is your Lord, man. You're speculators, man. Oh, you did Guru Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad. Oh, you don't have affection for real devotees. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, man. You gotta suffer for that. That's going to be your rectification. And just simply because you were with real devotees, we're going to speed things up for you. We're going to get you into the kingdom. You know, Krishna will suck that poison out of you at some point. So we worship the unjust God. Yeah. See, now that's conclusive. That's why you must come here. Do you want the supreme justice? You have to worship this unjust God, man. Lord Chaitanya is unjust. We deserve the justice we deserve is hell, maybe some heaven, but a lot of hell for being in this Kali Yuga, associating with hellish beings, doing what they say, following their paths, being polluted by them, being polluted by these false gurus, you know, the hypocrites, the liars, the pedophile gurus, the pedophile popes. See? We need this unjust God because our lot is not looking good. See? And the Lord will exonerate all that. Just come under the shelter. What am I sharing with everybody? What the Lord has shown me. Man. This unjust God is giving me something even more than justice, more than just, going to heaven for being a just person in this world, and be doing good deeds and all that. He's giving me paradise forever. Even here, I get to taste the paradise every day. Keep me going in this world. And I don't want to be a good person or a bad person. I just want to be a transcendentally situated, by worshiping the Lord and having his wonderful transcendental association, and everything is perfect in that. Everything runs nice in that. Yeah, just do a few prescribed duties in this world and just continue on associating with the transcendental Lord forever. Yeah, yeah. You don't want that, anybody? Yeah. You want to follow hypocrites and liars and cheaters and deceivers? That's in religion even. That's in the world. That's in religion. See? That's even in liberated souls still. They don't know who the Lord is yet. They just see some bright effulgence. Oh, I think it's all about being one with God. Yeah. I was listening to Muji yesterday. I thought maybe I'd use him as a thing. And the guy's all right. I mean, he's better than a lot of these goes in ISKCON. The guy's smart and he's intelligent and he can help people to the point, but he's still is baffled. The bottom line is he's up in this Brahman level. He believes in the imperfect. Matter of fact, he did a whole class about how to transcend personalism. And he gave a big, long discourse on that, And I was listening. I said, boy, it doesn't make any sense what he's saying. Because when you start to try to figure this out, you can't. You're just baffled. And then it was so funny because somebody asked the question. He says, can you simplify your explanation? Because it was really complicated and it didn't really, it's like you couldn't get anything really. Can you we don't understand. Can you simplify the explanation? And you know what he said? No. I'm going to use that one. I'll show you. I said, we'll simplify it. We'll make it very simple so that even a layman can understand it. Because even on that level of Brahman level, it's not good enough, man. Could teach a few things and all that, but there's still, you don't know the personality of God. It's very personal relationship. Lalita says the preaching is uncommon, only understandable to connoisseurs who follow this path. You need this cleaning out. Yeah, Johan's an example of not being cleaned out. He doesn't appreciate these things. He thinks, oh, I've been offended. See, he doesn't get through the offense. Oh, I'm offended. Boy, bad things are going to happen to Gohari and Lalita, right? Doesn't he think like that? Because what's he really saying? Because I'm a great devotee, he's saying. See, he thinks he's a great devotee, important person. Oh, bad things for him, for Gohari and Lalita offending me. See, the me, the big me. See, it's going to get bigger too. The big me. And bad things are going to happen to them. How many times has he said that? Oh, Lalita fell over in there. That's because she criticized me. See, when she tried to straighten him out for his stupidity. Oh, you see that she fell because because she criticized me. I'm such a great pure devotee. See, no, real devotees don't think like that. Not like that. Yeah, yeah. Remember when you said that? I remember this in Playa. I said, what do you want? He said, you said something. I forgot exactly. But he said, well, I said, what do you want? He says, I want to be aware of awareness. I thought, boy, that's a small goal. If you get love of God, you get everything. But if your goal is to be aware of awareness, that's all you get, man, is to be aware that you're aware. That's like the witness watching, the witness or something, and some other speculation. It's not very thing. I say you get love of Christian, man, you get everything. Aware of awareness, oh, that's automatic, man. Yeah, Ramana Maharshi, you taught stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of Vaishnavas sometimes, when they get, I met when I was in Tiruvilmalai, where Ramana Maharshi is divided. I got a rooftop and I would preach from the rooftop bhakti principles. I had one lady come and she was a Vaishnava in the Gaudiya Math or Gaudiya Samiti or something like that. And I says, well, what are you doing here in Tirumalai? She says, I don't know. They got me to worship these gurus. I got nothing from that. I was looking for some juice. I get more juice here, but still, I'm not very happy. As a matter of fact, I was thinking of committing suicide. You and I said, yeah, well, because it's not fully it here. It's this impersonalism is not it. It's baffling. Yeah, so anyway, she started to get a little inspired. It says, yeah, you just need to find the real guru, the real guru. I may go back there again, get a rooftop. That's what everybody they preach on the rooftops. Go preach bhakti there. Yeah, I was doing Harinam and Tirumalai with all these impersonalists. I thought I'd rather be with demons who go against the holy name than with them. I really didn't like it because they were impersonal. They had no aversion or attraction. They just walked by. Didn't notice anything. They just walked by in this impersonal thing. I thought, wow, these guys are really they're just no life. They're nothing, no action, being averse or they were neutral, type of thing. I didn't like it at all. That's why Jesus said, "Be for me or against me." But if you're neutral, by or I forgot the word they use it, but if you're like that in between, oh, lukewarm. If you're lukewarm, that's a lukewarm thing. You're not hot, you're not cold. You're lukewarm. I spit you out of my mouth. Yeah. See, that Babaji, your previous guru, Karuna's and previous guru. I don't know what he's doing now, but I think it's kind of a Mayavadi thing, unless he's changed. The guy changes a lot. It's kind of a Mayavadi thing, the last thing I heard. But that's because he didn't get the real juice. See, he was also teaching the Raganu. I remember he was introducing saying he's Raganuga Bhakta and teaching Raganuga principle. I think he was imitating what I was doing. And yeah, and so it wasn't sustainable because it wasn't real. See, it's not sustainable. That's why a lot of people, they end up leaving these groups. They're leaving the Narayan Raj thing, leaving ISKCON, because their bhakti is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. In this Kali Yuga, you need the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You notice we don't give this up. You know, the devotees here, even my disciples that are getting a deep taste for this, they don't give this up. This is the best. This is sustainable. You come here, you get into sustainable bhakti yoga. Okay? This is more attractive. When you're making advancement in this and getting purified and the karma burning up and get more into this, it's the most sustainable action in this world. Everybody is moving from this to that, to this to that. Nothing's sustainable, okay? Until you find the root of our existence. Okay? This is this ever-increasing bliss, ever-increasing truth, unlimited truth, unlimited bliss, unlimited happiness. Now, this is sustainable. This is what the soul is looking for. Okay? Whoever finds this path, you're very lucky. Whoever stays on this path, you're even more lucky. Because if you come to that point of ever fresh, ever increasing bliss in chanting the holy names and pastimes of the Lord, that's it, man. You've attained the goal of life, universal goal of life for everybody. This is all where it's going, whether you know it or not. Well, we're going to Belgium, man. We're going to UK. And we're also here on the video. Okay, so let's invite some devotees up here. Whoever wants to come, let's see who comes first. Noodles came in second. Lolita's first, Noodles second. Because Lolita keeps the link, but Noodles probably had to wait for the link. Yeah, right? He waited for the link. Noodles came in second.
No, I have the link too.
Oh, you have the link too, but well, keep at it. Lolita's quick. She's quick. She's fast. So who wants to give a report first?
Noodles. No, you go first.
I chose.
You're in the picture.
You're too nice. Go ahead.
Sir. Who's going first?
You. I got you up there.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what should I tell you? I've been crazy since morning. I'm like, it's like, yeah, honestly, I feel very embarrassed, but I'm just tuning into love songs and I'm just being all over the place, blushing. I just don't stop. I mean, it's like it's so embarrassing for what I'm doing at this age. But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like funny, and I feel even, I mean, like Funny went to drop off Vrinda. No, he went yeah, he was out, and then I started tuning in. I was telling him I feel a bit awkward when I have to do that around you, but then I can't but help it. I really have to tune into the songs. It feels very, very weird. I don't remember me being a teenager, or, when I was like really young and I had a crush. I still had not done the things what I'm doing now, just going around blushing, smiling to myself. It feels so, so dumb. But I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
Wow, that's like incredible. What
Yeah,
amazing stories we hear here.
just can't stop smiling today. I can't stop smiling. I'm just smiling to myself. I'm like, it's so crazy. I feel like, I want to be left alone. And then, when you are, I don't know, when you really have that, you are in love with somebody, or you have, infatuated to someone, you just want to be all by yourself and keep listening to songs, thinking about them. It's like that to me. That's exactly how I am. I want to be alone and think about. There's this phase that caught me, 2 days back while I was listening to a devotional song, the Lord Rama's face. Oh my God, he was so, so, so attractive. I can't get myself off that face. I'm like, I just keep thinking about that face. He's so beautiful, so, so beautiful there. Oh God, oh God, oh God.
It's amazing, man. Yeah, maybe you're Sita reincarnated.
No, no, I'm definitely not that. Not, nowhere close to that. But this is enough. Whatever I'm getting, I think I feel. Oh, yeah, I feel so good.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Sita had maidservants too, maidservants. They all
Oh,
felt like her, they all had this love for Ram. That's what you get from devotees. You get that same kind of love. And they weren't thinking, well, we want to be Sita. No, they had the same kind of love because they were under Sita. See, that's being under the devotee.
yeah, yeah.
You get the blessing. See, we can handle Ram devotees, Christian devotees, anybody. You just get more of that.
It's so funny, Maharaj. I can't do this. I can't. I'm like, I keep thinking when Brinda is back, I can't be doing this in front of her. It's so embarrassing, isn't it? Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. We
Hmm.
get nice testimonies here. Isn't it? It's amazing, man. Yeah, great. Okay, Lalita, give us a word.
Yeah, that's so recognizing. When I had my awakening, those first months, I was the same. It was really the same, dancing and singing and to Krishna and to that deity and kissing Lalita Madhava. I wanted to hug everybody, and I was so woo woo woo. Yeah, being stoned while I was driving in the car, I remember that I thought, no, I'm not going to Mechelen by car. It's too far away. I'm too drunk. But then I started driving, and he was really, Krishna was really guiding me and protecting me. There was no problem. I was
Yeah.
as drunk as him, but you can really, I had to organize 1 month after my awakening, I had to organize the birthday party of my youngest son, who became 30. It was a big amount of people who came.
Yeah.
I didn't make any fault. I thought it wouldn't be possible. I can't think. I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I could do everything. Everything was pickle. So you're not too drunk to work. You can still function. You can really function. That's really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's actually much better. It's as if he's actually doing it for me so that I can get some time.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
get some other people up here too. Come on, man. We got a lot of people here. You got and the Dramata. You got to fulfill
Your
your vow.
promise.
Yeah, your promise. You said, I will, I will.
And Janardana,
Janardan,
it's
you get
really,
your little booty up here. Janine's here today. So come on, man. Yeah. it was so great on the video thumbnails. They have all the devotees up there now. The other day, they have all of them. See, that's preaching. That's sharing. That's testifying. Come on, come to the point. Being like that, you make a difference. This shyness thing is just this is Maya, man. It's illusion.
It's false ego, yeah.
False ego, and you want to be rid of it. That's good. Okay, we got somebody here. Here we go. Good. There he is.
Jai Gurudev.
Janaki.
I'm in the car.
All right.
Janaki.
Yeah, get more. You're getting lots of people. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, who is this? She got sorry. Who's that?
It's Catherine.
Oh, Catherine, your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're with the caravan.
Oh, okay. Oh, with the caravan. Okay. Yeah. Janaki, give us a word while we got you here.
Whoo! I feel like I'm in the mountains with you. I mean, it's like I always say Krishna takes my words. He won't give me the words.
Yeah. How you feeling?
He says it all if you see her.
If you would have been here the whole time, you would see how I'm feeling.
Oh.
Seeing noodles. Woo! Just I don't know. It's like I started at the beginning and I've never left, and I've watched everyone grow and change and just within myself, and it's overwhelming, and it just gets more overwhelming. You got to pull yourself down so you can function. So I get my juice in the morning, and here we go, and I deflate all day and come back for more, and that's life with you. That's life with you. You just fill us up. Totally full.
Yeah, I'm amazed these concepts that come, these ideas, the analogies. It's very interesting.
Especially when you've heard a certain preaching your whole life, and I did read the books, and I did hear, and I did believe, and I have 100% faith in Srila Prabhupada's books. I mean, 100%. And you just bring them to life now. It's like all those things that made sense, but could never connect. You've connected it all. You connect it all. Day after day after day after day, you just present it as it is, not how it was, but as it is today.
Yeah.
And that's what gives life, because every day it's the good news, the different news, a stronger connection. Yeah. So, Pani.
Yeah. That's Hari Katha, man. That's Sadhu Sangha, discussing Krishna. How it relates to us and the world and situation, and all of that stuff is integrated. And that's the way. That's why Prabhupada was accepted so well, because he brought everything to the life, to our life, and how it could be. How he talked about related to politics and related to everything. So our thing is basically doing the same thing, and how the real philosophy is related to ISKCON, and what is real guru? What is real? I mean, what is the practical way to integrate this? Who is real guru? Where? Because if you can figure out where is real guru, you know where deliverance is. It's that simple, isn't it? When you found the real thing, then you found a whole up-levelment of your Krishna consciousness. Okay? And that's what it is to find where is the well to drink from that's got the real transcendental water. Maya's always trying to hide that, see, by inconclusiveness, by lies, deceptions, deceiving, deceiving the speakers, deceiving the teachers. See? They're all under her influence until you get the true, pure love of Krishna, man. You notice we have another influence. We're dancing on those hoods. See? We're not under them. See? You're under them when you're under them. See? You're on top of them when you're on top of them and people can see. So whoever wants to get on top of the demoniac energy and the demigod energy, you have to come up here. Up here, where the Lord is in his real conceptions. That's it, man. Very simple. We try to, make it practical, and, all you have to do is come here, and if you get purified, you'll enjoy these topics like Janaki and Lalita, right? Enjoyable, wonderful. So nice to hear. It's like, you become a connoisseur, and you like this. You like clear conceptions. You taste them, and it gives you an, upliftment, tremblings, and, excitement, and, it's like a great movie. Don't we like great movies? I still try to get juice out of these. They're not like this movie. This is a movie, man. Blockbusters. Yeah. So, Pani, what do you got to say, man? Give us a word.
I think today I've been going through a lot of purification in the sense sometimes it's lethargy, like a demon, it gets into me. So, it's almost like inaction, Maharaj. It's like inaction. It's like I'm doing a lot of things, but spiritually I feel like, oh, it's where I am. It's like where I was at, like, yesterday. There's some stagnation I feel at times, but which is why I thought I should come on stream, because I wasn't feeling like so charged. So I just want to be in this energy. Now that you said, those conceptions, I truly feel that I'm coming here because of those conceptions. I love those conceptions, the pure ones, because they wash the brain. Like, it's like Prabhupada was saying, I recently read something on Facebook where Prabhupada was saying, it's like a broom. We are just washing your dirty head off your brain. You need it wash. And I feel that it's like, it's not, these conceptions go into the way we see, look, and interact with others. Yeah, and that's where we're finding Krishna amongst ourselves, like me and Noodles. When we're interacting, we see Krishna in those interactions. The way she's experiencing, the way I experience when I go out, when I'm gardening, when I'm working, I feel those experiences. I'm still yet to get that, that big thing, and I'm actually greedy in the sense I don't want anyone around me, and I want you for myself, all for ourselves. I don't know if that's a good desire to have, but I just wanted to say it up front, because I'm really taking off this time from work, like the previous one. It's good. I want to make a difference this time, and I don't want to work you up or be on you or anything like that. But I just want to do my best and show to Krishna that I really want it this time, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
And the thing is, see, the illusion is you want but the more the devotees you get, the real ones, the ones that have a lot of juice, the more it amplifies getting that self. See, it's a synergy thing. See, it's like going to church. So it's not like you want to get just with the one, but we have a lot of devotees here that are juicy, So the more you actually get around you, the more you'll really get of Krishna. See? So it's a synergy thing. That's why they instituted the worship of in the Christians with the church. In the church, you feel the spirit is amplified. And but you got to be the real devotees, the ones that have a lot of juice. So so just so you know, it's it's not always how. That's the more clear understanding, because the more the devotees you have that are like on the ecstatic platform, the more juice there'll be there too. But if they're not ecstatic, then that's another thing. If you really want the juice. What else there, Bunny?
I don't have much else, Maharaj, today. So I was feeling lethargic, as I said. Maybe that donkey demon kind of a thing comes into me every now and then. It's the inaction, Oh, indecisive inaction. I still have a lot of those. But it's amazing how, like, when I was hearing what, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'll just say it. We'll see what happens. Um, like, Janine wrote to Noodles the other day asking for what she's been going through and things like that. And I felt at some point we feel it's nice to have the greed to do more. Like I
Yeah,
expressed, I want you for myself.
yeah,
But Krishna, Guru, each one of us where we are at. Actually, I truly believe that you know where each one of us is, and you know who to focus on as well. I know that I've seen it in the past, and
mhm,
it's like Krishna, and you know who gets it at what point, who is ready at
yeah,
what point.
yeah,
So it's good to have that intention to come and do as much as possible, but I don't believe in like working ourselves up or going through something or making huge sacrifices which will burn people around us.
yeah,
I don't That's like a Vairi thing, I feel. And you never suggest any one of us thing like that. I remember
yeah,
in Turkey once when we went, Balram took us to some friend's place. I said, "Can I drink this wine, Maharaj?" He was sitting opposite us. Like, I just felt like I want to drink some wine. The atmosphere was so nice. And you're like,
yeah,
if you want to drink, go ahead and drink. It's like I never felt that thing
yeah,
from you. It's like, oh, you have to do this, do that.
yeah,
I never
yeah,
felt
yeah.
that. Not your style. So that's what I told Noodles.
I
Like,
remember that wine. That was nice. I think I took a drink myself.
yeah, yeah. So it's amazing that you give us this freedom. Is you treat us like adults, like spiritual adults. To be like you treat us like that. Like the other gurus treat us like treat their followers like children. Like
Yeah,
they don't know anything. I'm on top of you, but your teaching is amazing. You include us. You include us, and then you. I see the eagerness in you when you say, if you find someone else who has this, I'm willing to go and like have a chat with them, and then let's see this increases. No, I've never heard anyone say that.
yeah,
They're all protective of their empires. They're like, yeah, let's safeguard this. I've seen disciples and disciples of different gurus don't gel with each other. It's the same
yeah,
organization, don't gel.
yeah, yeah.
So I think this is on a whole
Mm.
new level of teaching, and I can feel that, and I'm eagerly waiting for receiving that that juice,
Yeah,
more
yeah,
of it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm only concerned when people, like, if they're real neophyte, to go and associate anywhere, because there's a point where you need to get really deep and clear and purified. And then you go listen to these guys, Johans and all this, and Mujis and all that, and see the difference, perceive the difference, instead of just getting covered by that difference, and overwhelmed by it. If you got to be deep in the truth and the bliss and ecstasy of Krishna consciousness, then you can go anywhere and you can actually help and and learn things too. Like I listened to these gurus and I learned things like how to preach this in a way that they can maybe understand, or their followers can understand, because this is deeper. This is there's nothing deeper. I mean, that's why I say, if I listen to Muji and I thought, okay, can I get it? I just found he was, when he gets to the personal level, he gets baffled. I thought, well, that doesn't do anything for me. I could make it simple for him even. He's still trying. He's kind of like Sadhguru. I listened to Sadhguru and I said, okay, can he add anything to me? Listen to all this, and it's just uh, no, there's nothing. It's just how to have a good marriage, and can answer any material question. Nobody's even asking about the love of God or anything like that. And I think, well, that's the most. I mean, you got any better subject than love of God? I haven't found one, and he can't even come to that level. Maybe some of the Kundalini experience, where you have a Kundalini thing. Again, it's like a what do you call it? Masturbation spiritually. You're just alone still. I'm having this Kundalini experience. Uh, no, this relationship. This is incredible. Just like in the world, relationship with friends or spouse or son or daughter is the most incredible thing. Hey, you get that with God? Tell me what else is better than that? Right? What else is better than a relationship with God? I mean, we have it with men and with children and everything, and that's okay. It's the best you can do in this world, especially if it's kind of good, good relationship. But when you have a transcendental relationship, well, now, oh man, what's beyond that? Right? you know, that's why people who don't speak in terms of that relationship or teach in that terms of that relationship or experience that relationship can't add anything to my life. Show me something better than that. I don't think there is. I mean, I'm open to it. I mean, if God has something better than it doesn't even make sense there be anything better than that. Especially when I keep going deeper into that. It's like, oh, now this is the idea, not to go change from one truth to another path, No, to find the ultimate path and just go deep like in an ocean into it. It's like a deep ocean that never exhausts, the bliss, the ecstasy, the realizations. I mean, look, every day is an example of that, I mean, I can't imagine any better path, any better intelligence, any better happiness. I mean, this is beyond my imagination every day, so I'm kind of sold out on this unless somebody can show me something better. Right there, Janaki?
Absolutely. I was just thinking how I love Lolita so much. And we love you
Let's put them
so
together.
much, but we don't envy each other. I love when she serves you and makes you so happy. And she loves when I can do any little thing for you. It's like there's a love that most people can't understand, this type of love,
Yeah,
because it's truly transcendental. I mean, it's like, how when I try to explain, when I told the family, oh my God, I'm here for the month of June. Gorahari's off to the UK, and and uh, and they couldn't understand. They couldn't understand how happy I am that you're going. But they said it's just, and it's like, but you don't understand. You just don't understand. They'll never understand. No one can ever understand until you feel this way, until you
yeah.
really feel this way.
You have to stand under this path here preached. Then you can understand.
Absolutely.
Even people here, they got to get purified to stand under more so that you can understand such love. It's a process, man. It goes on forever. That's why we got lifers here. You notice the people, they're not going to leave. Lolita's not going to leave. You're not going to leave. I'm not going to leave.
No,
I
I
found the
should
best.
I should be so mad at Pawnee and Noodles because they took you away from me. I mean, we had a plan.
Yeah, we had a plan too, huh?
We had a plan, and boom, one pass, boom. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy
Yeah,
because I know. I'm so happy.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Well, we have our plans, and Krishna has his.
Janaki, do you want to come too?
Thank you, Pani. I'm waiting for him to come back. Just like you want him alone.
Oh, you guys.
I'm planning August.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. Interesting. So, who wants to give us another word here? Lalita, give us a word.
Well, all those miracles that are happening in our lives, that is really only because Krishna is really strongly present here. Because you are a storehouse of bhakti. You're keeping him, you're keeping that spirit, you're keeping that truth, you protect that, you share that with us, and he starts to change our lives. These are really, really, really heavy, heavy miracles. You you cannot explain that to people, but it is really in all those houses, in all those hearts, those lives get changed, those hearts get changed, everything changes in your life. This is really, really God's work, man. This is really unbelievable. You don't hear that any in any other place. You never.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we all have that responsibility I mean, if you want to grow together, that's why I say if I'm doing it and Lolita and others are doing it that are advanced, come regularly, because, this is and yeah, okay, if you're getting purified, you got to, deal. But the whole point is the more regularly you come, the more deeper you get into this. And then you'll hit the point where you want to be, you'll be natural. It's like breathing, like nourishment, like eating food, when you're hungry, and yeah, and it get to that point. Maybe before that, there's a little in and outs because you get a little triggered or this or that, but still, regularly, as much as you can, regularly, and the quicker you'll go. And also, you got to see how much you can take because maybe you got to back off a little bit, but don't back off too much. That's the whole thing. Yeah, and it just will go deeper endlessly. Oh, we already got 3 hours here. It's amazing. Yeah, I just looked at the clock. It seemed like, and it was an hour. I thought an hour, and now I look, it's 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, it just gets better. I mean, I love this. I just, it's like me. You just pick up a scripture, and then discuss it. Discuss the word, discuss a sentence. And it's a miracle. Actually, it's a miracle, and you get all this juice from it, this life. Because God He loves these discussions, right? We're just doing what He loves. And then when you become more of a devotee, then you like doing what He loves. I mean, this was all about, making God happy. That's the essence of bhakti yoga. Bhakti Vinod said the essence of bhakti yoga is to make the Lord happy. And when you hit the ecstatic stage, you've made the Lord the happiest because that's His level. That's transcendental. And many of us are getting there or quickly. And people, listen, really, this is the place you should be because I haven't seen this, making the Lord happy at this level, anywhere. In the Ram Raj, I've been in all those groups, nowhere like this. Yeah, and they're only at best talking about like Narayan Raj and Radha. They're talking, oh, Radhe, talk about it. But here you see the Lord showing you His happiness, showing you what it looks like, showing the path to it, showing every fucking thing. He said, "Fuck, I can't go there. Oh, let me run away." He said, "Fuck." Didn't you hear what else I said? You didn't hear the pearls? This is the thing. He said, run away. No, you're getting purified. Hear it a few more times. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh, you want your false ego again? Fuck you. Huh? I'm offended. Yeah, stick with it, man. That ain't you. You ain't this false ego. Get offended. You know how many times people call me, okay, now I'm homosexual. I'm what else? Everything else in the book, they throw it at me now. But is that me? Isn't it? It's not even true. Anything they're telling, they're all imagining these things. I don't believe in I don't believe in speculations. It's just what is. No, all I know is I just relishing the truth, man. It makes God really happy, and therefore I am happy. Doesn't matter, what I am of the body and what I'm not of the body. People, they want to attack you based on their ideas of what you are on the body level. But, when you've got this level, the devotee level, you're not thinking, ooh, look what we have. Oh, look at this. All right. I know you're a busy lady. Give us a word there, Shama Sundari.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I'm listening you since 3 hours, and I was like jumping in or not jumping in, jumping in or not jumping in. It feels very beautiful to watch all of those devotees who relish, the secrets of transcendental juice. Uh, yeah, I like when those devotees, when you are describing your experiences, and every day it sounds very similar, but I know this feeling that this is like, I don't know, it's like you have the best, the most beautiful, precious, jewels, and you want to share with everybody every day. And you describe the same jewels, but it's like, it's the best, it's the most precious. Yeah, watching you, it gave me the amazing sensation that this is very strong and safe sangha. There's so many people who are sharing this consciousness and sharing this Lord. And yes, I always I always will be very busy because I'm running my own business and it's very serious stuff. But lately I got structure. I got I yeah, I got structure. I felt myself safe. I know what to do. Everything is stable. And then I felt like, okay, everything is done, and it's like empty. It's not like burden, but
Yeah.
everything is empty. Even when I'm good, even when I'm disciplined, when I have discipline, even when I have structure, even when I eat well, even when I do sport, even everything. It's like
Yeah.
it's still empty. I can rest from my mind, but
Yeah.
it's empty. And then because of you, I have this magic switch, in my heart. Yeah, like Krishna is always in the background, very oft inside and outside, visible, always there. But there is this magic switch which I discover because of you, when I can tune in, and then it's not empty. But this is the um, only way, only substance which yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you got a
and I'm
higher.
happy that
That's the higher taste. You got the higher taste, and that makes you realize the other stuff is just in the modes. You got taste. That's from coming so often and getting purified. Yeah, and that's what it's all about. You cease the other engagements, even though you go, like now you'll go through the motions, you do the business, you do what you got to do. But it's not like, "Oh, I love this." Yeah, you love this. It's your heart is with what your heart is. And yeah, and then the other stuff becomes easier, right? Isn't the other stuff easier now?
yeah. I mean, I went through purification last 5 months. It was
Yeah,
wild, but it was the second or third one, and it's always like Krishna gives the injection of prem, and then I get purified, but I feel like I'm purifying lifetimes.
Yeah.
Lifetimes,
Okay.
it's like
Wow.
somebody would took my leg, and
Yeah.
connected to some big car, and I
Yeah.
would be like through the road. It was wild, but now it's cooling down, and I hear you again, and I hear you, more clear with taste and so on. But the purification was wild.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to. It's emptying out stuff, and then there's more room for the truth. Yeah, bhakti. You can relax into it.
sometimes sometimes I was angry at you because I was thinking like, yeah, you're sharing this prem, but you are not talking so much about purification, and now I have to go through this purification, and you are like, come here, and I'm fighting for my life, and trying to do this stuff, and I know it's true, and I know you are the one, and I feel Krishna all the time, but I'm so angry, like, don't talk, don't tell me what should I do, and then it's like empty out, empty out, empty out, and again, oh yes, this is my home, this is my home.
I can relate to that. I actually can relate to that. I
Yeah.
throw and noodles is like she sees this every time. So when I'm going through purification, I want to bring it out. Like I've
Yeah.
seen this with Yum. It helps a lot. Um,
Yeah.
I just say it. I just say what's coming in.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
say it,
Yeah.
because noodles doesn't judge me. So it's like
Yeah.
she knows I'm going to come out of it on the other side. So I just say it. I say really nasty things about you, Krishna. And it comes out. And I want it, I want to come to the other side, really.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
intention of just, it's like passionately cleaning the house. It's like
Yeah.
the passion is towards let's clean it quickly.
Yeah.
So that, as she's saying, and after that, I feel at the same evening, actually, like an hour later, I was feel, wow, isn't he amazing? Yeah, he's having the best time. Let him go into the mountains. Let him enjoy. It's like all the good things for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's almost like someone sees it, they will think we are crazy in a way.
Yeah.
Having these, different personalities in a single person is like, but that's the beauty of this process. The Vaidis, they can't get this out in the other process. Not only Vaidis, I think I've heard all these, like these. What are these personality development guys? It's all, I feel it's all patchwork everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
patchwork. It never worked. Long lists of trying to change things. Diaries and diaries I've written every new year. I have not followed through like most people. They can't keep up. They say after 2 weeks, most people get rid of their New Year goals. Nothing changes here, apart from here. Like here, when we come, it's magical. We will see for ourselves what's inside us.
Yeah. Yeah.
All sides of it.
We even see, because we're preaching more openly, we force the purification on Vaitis. All this stuff comes out of them automatically. Their hatred for, they're just saying, we actually hate God, bad. This is when you complain about me, same thing, it's go hard, yeah, so it's good. It's coming out, and get it out, and then like everybody's saying, then there's more room for the truth, yeah. And so, yeah, get it out, just, it's, and that's the path. That's part of the major part of the path, because otherwise, you got to go to the next level. There has to be room for that. Remember that Jesus said, there's no room for my word in certain people. That's because of all the stuff in there. This has to come out. So there's room. That was the secret pastime of Kalya and Krishna. Krishna jumps into the Kalya lake there, or river, and the Yamuna, which had Kalya in there. And first Kalya rises and fights with Krishna. See, getting all this stuff, spitting all the poison. See, that's all oh, you're this, you're a hypocrite, you're that, all that poison, spitting it out, coughing up blood, coughing up blood. Blood is your life. is that poison life. So yeah, and then Kalya, all of a sudden his vision cleared and he could see things as they were. All this poison was in the way. See, and then he could appreciate Krishna. That's just the process. We jump in to Vaishnavism like this. And now we're actively preaching and all this shit comes out. See, don't think, it's always got to be like a Jesus trip. Don't think that we came here to promote peace and Vaishnavism. No, we came with a sword. We got to get the bullshit out. Otherwise the bullshit stays in there and they teach bullshit Vaishnavism. All the way to the end of the life, there's just nothing but bullshit. So we force it out in a sense just by manifesting the truth, preaching the truth, showing the truth. Oh, doesn't that piss people off? They hate this. That's why they try to, they even go to the point of lying. One guy made up all these fibs, saying I had disciples in 1988 and I was telling them, yeah, let's go to the hot tub and I'll give you one of the girls to marry. All this complete imagination, but this is the shit that comes out of people. I'm amazed myself what's in there in some of these people, and they call themselves Vaishnavas. All the false witness, all the lies, all the deception, the speculations. Yeah, and that's why ultimately the Lord's devotees' words are proven true. Sometimes it takes generations. Sometimes with Lord Chaitanya and with this preaching, I think we're going to see that too. Lord Chaitanya, they apologized after they all blasphemed in Navadvip. And when he came back, they apologized and they got the mercy. It's all the people need to do. And, if that comes quickly here while we're here preaching, it'll be great. Then people will enter the kingdom quicker. I think there's going to be a lot of apologies coming because we're, this is so real, man, isn't it? It's so true. We're not lying. We're just giving them the straight out truth, man. Yeah. What else there, Shama Sundari?
I'm happy with my consciousness, with my life. I feel strong. I feel grounded. I feel trust. I don't fear anything. Sometimes when I have some stuff to do in Maya, like with law and so on, then this philosophy is helping me. Then I just go and I do this stuff. I was 4 months, I didn't feel any ecstasy, but I felt presence, like inside, outside, in my heart. I can always like point that this is sitting in my body, this is behind me. I can lean back. It's very accessible. And I have the feeling that I'm growing because of it, like on all levels. It's not me. It's not possible that I'm doing this progress because it's not like I'm doing. It's happening internally. But I feel like a snake, leaving all those skins, all of them. Yeah, and lately I started to hear again, and to feel something more than just being situated and present and happy. I started to feel like this is some bubbles are coming.
Good.
Something is boiling again.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Percolation. All right, let's take a little break now. I got to go to the bathroom, and I think that's a good time to end. It's almost 3 hours and a half. Okay. All right, thank you all for coming on here, everybody, and Shama Sundari and Pani.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Lalita Noodles and Janaki and Janardhan for coming live.